I'm Linda. Welcome to tonight's Advent story time. First, let's light the Advent wreath. We are lighting 2 candles for the second week of Advent. Tonight I will read 2 stories, We've Arrived and The Innkeeper's Tale. Now Mary and Joseph got ready one day to travel to Bethlehem, far, far away. The strong little donkey climbed uphill and down and carried tired Mary to Bethlehem town. We've arrived. So Joseph went from the town of Nazareth to Galilee in Judea. This is where Bethlehem, the town of David, was. Joseph went there because he belonged to the family line of David. He went there with Mary to be listed. Luke chapter 2, verses 4 and 5. "Mary, are you ready?" Joseph called as he smoothed out the blanket on the little donkey's back. "We need to leave soon. We have a long journey ahead of us." Thank goodness Mary could ride on the donkey as they traveled to Bethlehem. It was 70 miles, and since the baby was due any day now, it was much too far for her to walk. "Tell me again why we have to travel to Bethlehem," Mary said as Joseph helped her onto the donkey. She was already tired and a little worried about what lay ahead. "It's an order from Caesar Augustus," Joseph replied. "He's taking a census, and that means we must all return to our own towns to be counted. Bethlehem is our town, Mary. It's where we're from. But don't worry. As soon as we arrive, I'll find a nice warm inn where we can stay. And remember, God is with us." It was true. God was watching over them every step of the way. But it was still a big relief to Mary when they rounded the last hill and saw the twinkling lights of Bethlehem ahead. At long last, she'd be able to get a good night's sleep. Mary put her hand on her tummy as they approached the inn. "It's all right, little one," she whispered. "We've arrived." When Joseph knocked loud on the innkeeper's door, he told him, "I'm sorry, there's no room for more. But I do have a stable for oxen and sheep." So Mary and Joseph got ready to sleep. The Innkeeper's Tale. There was no room for them in the inn. Luke chapter 1, verse 7. Tobias, the innkeeper, was tired. This had been the busiest night in Bethlehem ever. He had never seen so many people crowding into the little town, all looking for somewhere to stay so they could be counted for the census tomorrow. Every room in the inn was full. Just as Tobias was getting ready to lock up for the night, there came a loud knock on the door. "I'm so sorry," he started to say as he opened the door, but before he could finish his sentence, Joseph pleaded with him. "Sir, if you have anywhere at all where we could stay, we would be so grateful. My wife is about to have her baby. Please, can you help?" Tobias scratched his head. He looked at the young girl sitting on a donkey. She looked so tired. He did have a small stable. It was full of animals, but at least it would be warm. Tobias got his candle and led Mary and Joseph to the stable. All the animals were snoozing and looked up in surprise as the door opened and Mary and Joseph went inside. As Tobias turned away to go back to his inn, he had the strangest feeling about the little stable. It felt different that night, like it was a holy place, like they were all waiting for something to happen, like heaven was about to come down to earth. Dear God, thank you so much for the innkeeper who was willing to help Mary and Joseph that night. Open our eyes and hearts to be willing to help others in need. Amen.